Yo, what's going on, Dragon Ballers? Welcome back to another video. We are getting back into finishing the Set 19 Fighters Ambition reveals, and to be honest, it's a bit more interesting to do it now that we know the full contents of the ban list, which is actually in effect already. Usually they're not in effect until the set actually comes out, but the changes to Red and some of the other minor changes are implemented as of recording this video, so we can talk about Slug and how it might land once it comes out in Fighters Ambition. I'll be honest with you guys, I read through this archetype when it first got revealed like a week or two ago. I really have no recollection of what the stuff does, so it'll be interesting to refresh myself and give a basic live opinion. I know that for one thing I don't like about it is that it has a lot of 1 energy 10k combos. We'll see how that kind of fleshes out with the deck. But anyways though, if you guys are new here, make sure to subscribe, hit that bell so you never miss a video. Let's jump right on into this. Alright, so we have a yellow Slug leader with a Z leader, so that's always promising. And one thing to keep in mind too, there is already some yellow Slug cards in the game, which we'll talk about in a second. But let's start with the leader. Permanent, you start the game with 6 life. Okay, we're on some Red King Piccolo shenanigans. That, I mean, like, they did that to King Piccolo because I guess they had an idea of how broken that deck would be. Is this going to be a similar case? I mean, we'll see. So, permanent, when a Slug army card with a combo cost of 1 would leave your battle area, you may place it in your Z energy instead. If you do, place 1 of your Z energy in the drop. Okay, that was almost a really good effect. Basically, I think that would have let you charge 2 Z energy per turn, or per battle, I should say, but this lets you swap your Z energy around, which I know there are some effects in the deck that require you to have a certain Z energy. So I guess that can be useful, but again, like, these decks in this set just don't have value ways of making Z energy, which definitely kind of sucks. But anyways, discard 1 Slug's army card from your hand. When this card attacks, draw 2. Not bad filter. Awaken when life's 2 or less, or your opponent has 2 or more energy, and 2 or more Slug's army cards are in your Z energy. Draw 2, untap 1, and add the top card of your deck to your life. So you have that sort of rejuvenation effect, just like KP. Let's see what the Awaken side of the leader does. Permanent, when a Slug's army card with a combo cost of 1 will leave your battle area, you may place it in your Z energy instead. If you do, place 1 of your Z energy in the drop. Again, that's Z energy fixing. Discard a Slug's army from your hand. When this card attacks, draw 2, and then activate battle once per turn, pay a yellow. Use 1 mono yellow Slug's army with a combo cost of 1 from your drop in a combo with its skills negated for the turn. So you can basically treat any of the 1-drop 10k combos like they're in your hand from your drop. I mean, it still costs you an energy to combo them, so that can definitely be a bit clunky here, but let's see what the Z leader does. Z Awaken for a yellow. When your life's 3 or less, over a yellow Lord Slug, of which this is the only one in the game. Permanent bond 3. This card gains double strikes. You have to have 3 battle cards in play to trigger that. When this card attacks, draw 1 and use up to 1 mono yellow Slug's army card with a combo cost of 1 from your drop in a combo with its skills negated for the turn. So I guess on this leader swing you can get pretty beefy because you're 20k base, and then you can combo a 1-drop 10k from the drop area. So that's 30k double strike if you have the bond active. That's kind of interesting. Active battle once per turn, use 1 Slug's army card from your hand in a combo, so that'll basically negate the fact that they cost 1 to combo with, because the effect is allowing you to combo it for free, essentially. So Z leader kind of ties this all together. I do like Z leader quite a bit. You don't have that Z energy fixing permanent, but I mean, I guess you have more ways to combo Z energy with the leader overall once you're on your Z leader, so that's probably fine. 20k stat, I do like that a bit. Let's see what else we're working with here. So I did want to bring this stuff up because this is the yellow Lord Slug stuff that already exists. This didn't really come out with an archetype. It was pretty much just draft box support at one point for generic yellow decks. But, I mean, we know that Lord Slug Super Mechian is kind of like a really decent card in this format, or at least, I guess, the prior format where Gogeta was a huge thing. Slug and yellow decks was able to stall them out pretty well. So we all know what Lord Slug does, but the 1-drop Slug is actually interesting in this deck. So it's a cantrip. When you play it, you draw a card. And the activate main, pay yellow, choose 1. You can play a Slug's army with an original energy cost of 3 or less in your hand. Now, that's actually really good for this archetype because there's a lot of 3-drop Slugs, or Slug's army, I should say. So this is actually going to be a pretty nice staple for this deck. And also, the other effect of Super Namekian is that you can pitch him, pay a yellow, and play any 1-drop Slug's army from your deck. There are other 1-drops in the archetype to play as well. So these are guaranteed 4-ofs, at least in my opinion. And then there's Angela, which has always been a super cool card. I've teched it in some yellow decks. Wasn't always played with the Lord Slug Super Namekian engine, but it's a pretty good card in my opinion. 3-drop critical, bond 2. If your opponent has 4 or more cards in rest mode, once card attacks, your opponent chooses 2 of their cards in rest mode. The chosen cards can't be switched to active mode till the start of your next turn. So if they have 4 energy tapped, you lock 2 of their energy. If they have, you know, a bunch of energy in a battle card, you probably lock the battle card in the energy. Like, this can end up tapping energy and locking energy a decent amount of time, which I think is pretty cool. And for a 15k crit, you can play for, I guess, 2 energy. I kind of like it. But anyways, let's see more of the actual main set stuff. We have Gyoshu, Scientist of Lord Slug. So this is a 1-drop you can pull from the deck with Super Namekian. Barrier, when this card's played, look at the top 3 of your deck, add up to 1 1 Slug's army card among them to your hand, then place the rest of the bottom. Auto, pay a yellow. When this card is used in a combo from your battle area, play up to 1 yellow Slug's army card with energy cost of 3 and combo cost of 1 from your hand. So we have more ways to cheat things out. So this deck can cheat out a lot of 3 drops for 1 energy, basically. That seems to be a gimmick here. Kakuja, Scientist of Lord Slug. We have Barrier. Auto, when it's played, draw 1. Auto, pay a yellow. When this card is used in a combo from your battle area, look at the top 10 cards of your deck. Play it to 1 yellow Slug's army with energy cost of 3 and combo cost of 1 among them. And if you played a card, shuffle 1 card from your hand into your deck. So Kakuja kind of seems a little bit better to me, where you can go through the top 10 of your deck and almost treat that as an extension of your hand. But it's kind of weird if you have the Slug's army that you want to play from your hand, in which case Gyoshu would be better. But overall, I mean, these cards are both kind of cool. They each get played for 1, and then you can use 1 more energy to play 3 drops. So your 3 drops essentially cost 2, I guess. Not the worst thing. Not the best thing either, I would say. Then there is an archetype super combo. I've already talked about my disdain for these super combos. I don't think they're very good, but in this deck, theoretically, they are searchable, so that might be a reason to end up playing them. Otherwise, you're probably just playing Krillin and then the classic Piccolo Gohan SCR. Alright, now we have another Angela line. So we have Angela, Lord Slug's Henchman. This is a 3-drop 4K with 1 energy 10K combo. Blocker, permanent bond 2. While this card's in active mode, it gains barrier. That's pretty cool, because like all you really need to do with this card is get it to block, and then you don't really care if it has barrier anymore, because once it's blocked, it's redirected the attack you didn't want to take. So that's a cool thing there. Auto, if your leader is a Lord Slug card and this card is used in the combo, choose 1 of your yellow Slug army cards and it gains double strike for the battle. Okay, an archetype Champa that can potentially be used for free with the Z leader. That's pretty cool. Activate battle, use 1 of your mono yellow Slug army cards with a combo cost of 1 from your hand in a combo and negate the skill for the game. So if you manage or want to cheat this guy out, you can cheat out or cheat the combo cost of more of your combo guys. Angela, restricting options, 5-drop 16k blocker, permanent bond 2. While this is in active mode, it gains barrier. Auto, once per turn, when you activate this card's blocker, draw 1 and choose 1 of your opponent's battle cards and switch it to rest mode. So a very defensive card there. It's pretty cool that when it blocks, taps another battle card. Can be good against wide boards. Activate main limit 1. If you have an Angela card with energy cost of 3 and combo cost of 1 in your Z energy, play this card from your hand. So you can cheat out this 5-drop for 1 as long as you have Lord Slug's Henchman Angela in the Z energy. Not too bad. I kind of like these cards. Angela, defensive prowess. We have the Z battle card, 1-drop 1Z energy, blocker, permanent bond 2. This card gets plus 11,000 power during your turn. Auto limit 1. When this card's played, look at the top 7 cards of your deck. Add up to 1 Slug's army card with energy cost of 5 or less among them to your hand. Shuffle your deck, and if you added a card to your hand, place 1 card from your hand at the bottom of your deck, or place 1 of your battle cards with a combo cost of 1 in the owner's drop. I like the diversity in choice there. Like, if you don't want to drop a card from your hand, you can just give a battle card that's already gotten its value. That's kind of cool. Yeah, this card seems like okay. I mean, it's search power, but like you're taking the -1 from generating the Z energy, which in this deck comboing doesn't seem to get you too much value, but you do get to cheat out cards as a result of comboing. So I think you might actually generate a decent amount of Z energy in this deck, but I'll have to actually try it out and give more information on that. Alright, then we have some Meta Mantra cards. So first we have Lord Slug's Henchman. We have a 3-drop, 1 energy 10k combo, 10k power, unique, dual attack, permanent bond 4. This card gains 5,000 power. Auto, once per turn when this card attacks, play 1 meta token. Meta tokens have 5,000 power, 0 combo, and 5,000 combo power. Much like Homicidal Clones, except this is not a blocker. If your leader's a Lord Slug card, when this card's using a combo, choose 1 of your opponent's battle cards and switch it to rest mode. That's a pretty cool defensive ability, especially again on your Z leader when that can be used for free. So you kind of have extra copies of Power of Super Saiyan. Now, obviously this doesn't draw a card, but that's still a kind of cool thing to have. Meta Mantra, Body Splitter, 5-drop 15k, permanent bond 3. This card gains dual attack. When this card's played, play 1 meta token and then activate main if Meta Mantra with an energy cost of 3 and combo cost of 1 is in your Z energy. Play this card from your hand. So a decent-ish threat that generates some combo power, I guess. Not an overly impressive card for sure. All right, then we have some actual Lord Slug cards. We have Lord Slug, Craving for Youth, 3-drop 10k. This is a super rare, mind you, so it might be kind of strong. Deflect unique. When this card attacks, play up to 1 yellow Slug's army card with an energy cost of 1 from your deck. Shuffle your deck, and this card gets plus 5,000 power for the turn. That's a really cool effect. I like that a lot. Play any 1-drop from your deck. That's pretty neat. Auto, if your leader is a yellow Lord Slug card, when this card is using the combo, it gets plus 5,000 combo for the battle. So it's a 1 energy 15k. So this does seem like a really solid card for the deck. I do like this quite a bit. Lord Slug, Cruel Overlord, 5-drop 10k, deflect, dual attack, permanent bond 3. This card gains double strike, dual attack, double strike. I like that. Deflect. Auto, when this card attacks, use one mono yellow Slug's army card with a combo cost of 1 from your drop in a combo with its skills negated for the turn, so you are swinging for 20k twice. This is awesome. This is what I'm looking for, man. Cards that help you generate Z energy. Most of the archetypes in this set don't have this, so I'm a big fan. Activate main limit 1 for 2 yellow. If you have 3 or more energy and a Lord Slug with energy cost of 3 and combo cost of 1 in your Z energy, play this card from your hand. So when you combo Craving for Youth, you get to have this card be played for 2. Kind of like a Turles, but again, I really like the fact that this is a dual attacker that helps you combo Z energy. I'm a big fan of that. Then we have the boss monster for the deck, Lord Slug, Colossal Destroyer, 8-drop, 30k triple strike. When this card's played, play up to 2 Slug's army cards with energy cost of 3 or less that don't have Lord Slug in their character name from your deck, then shuffle your deck. Okay, very cool. We're playing our other Lord Slug minions. That's really cool. Auto Bond 3, when this card attacks, if you have a Z battle card in play, choose one of your opponent's battle cards or unisons, and it can't attack during your opponent's next turn, so we're locking stuff down. Activate main for 3 yellow if you have 4 or more energy, and there are 2 Lord Slug cards with combo cost of 1 in your Z energy, 1 with energy cost of 3 and 1 with energy cost of 5. Okay, so basically if you have both the cards to the left, play this card from your hand. So for 3 energy, you get 3 threats, both of which can be barrier blockers if you want. That's a pretty cool thing. This also gets your bond online pretty immediately, or like at least as soon as you play the card, which I do find pretty cool. I mean, overall, I'm reading a lot of these cards and they seem interesting. I mean, there's still a lot of drawbacks, like still so many 1 energy 10k combos, still the fact that you're you know, a yellow leader doesn't have access to too much energy unless you tech blue yellow. Defensive Sensu Bean with the errata does seem kind of good in this deck, I can't lie. But let's see the last couple cards here. We have a couple extra cards. Cling to Life, 1 energy, activate battle, choose one of your Slug's army cards and gets 5,000 power for the turn. Okay, we have an in-archetype Sensu Bean, at least for the plus 5k. Additionally, if it's your opponent's turn, use 1 Slug's army card with a combo cost of 1 from your hand in a combo. Cheating out that slightly, but like you're still comboing a 1 energy 10k, but you're also getting a plus 5k for the turn, so your leader's a bit stockier. Your Z leader can be 25k, not the worst. Gohan's Whistle, we have counterattack limit 1. If your leader's a Lord Slug card, you choose one of your Lord Slug cards and have it get minus 5,000 power for the turn. Obviously, you'd probably want to choose a battle card with that. Negate the attack and choose one of your opponent's battle cards with energy cost of 4 or less and switch it to rest mode. Permanent Bond 2, if your life's 3 or less, you can activate this card's counter skill from your hand without paying its energy cost. So I like that this can be activated for free without taking a life, because that's pretty solid defense. Maybe this card sees play in the deck, but I think you really want to be taking 5k off your battle cards, not really off your leader, because that would kind of defeat the purpose of, you know, defending your leader. Overall, I mean, yeah, there's a lot of cards in here that are interesting. I can see how a lot of the cards combo together, but I think the clunk and you know, basically, yeah, the clunk of the deck might kind of be its downfall. But anyways, guys, of course, I want in the comments below, what do you think about the Yellow Lord Slug archetype? Is there any promise here? Let me know. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.